What's up YouTube, example 100,000 here, with an absolutely amazing Pokemon Showdown battle. I just had, this one is an NU Alpha battle. Not sure what happened to the beta, it dropped back down to Alpha, but that's totally fine. The game was absolutely great, and I'm using some interesting Pokemon, and it was a very enjoyable battle, so let's get straight into it. So I'm on the other side, as you can see, iCookie, and this was my test account, and you can see that straight off the bat I'm using an Aurorus, which is a Pokemon that you basically never see in the first place. I started off with Aurorus, predicting him to start off with a Sandslash or a Dotrio, since those things are usually Scarfed Abandoned, and Sandslash usually put up the rocks and whatnot. So I thought that would be a good lead to destroy the Sandslash, since I am choice banned on that refrigerate Aurorus with the return, so the return would absolutely obliterate the Sandslash, and I thought he wouldn't see it coming, so I thought that would be awesome. So now, seeing that he's brought in his Girder, of course I'm scared of the potential Drain Punch, which would obviously OHKO the Aurorus being Rock and Ice type, so I go into my Leavanny to resist the Drain Punch, but he actually goes for a Toxic, so that's fine by me. I can easily set up my Sticky Webs, since my team is rather slow, and my Typhlosion is actually not Scarfed and it's actually Specs. So I just go for a random Leaf Blade, since that's the only attack that can actually hit it, and then I just die to the Toxic, which is absolutely fine. Now I can bring in my Typhlosion. I'm predicting his Mach Punch, so I'm thinking Eruption might not kill it, so I go for the Fire Blast, and obviously I kill the Girder. So of course he predicts me to be choiced in some way, because Typhlosion always are, so I go into my Rotom as I predict an Earthquake, and yeah, he does, or a Drain Punch actually, and yeah, he goes for a Stone Edge this turn, and I just let my Rotom die, since it's the best thing I can do. Judging by that damage, his Regirock is definitely Assault Vested. Like, if you think about it, Regirock already has amazing defense base 200, and base special defense of 100, and with an Assault Vest it's crazy high, and it has decent HP as well, and decent attack. I think it's base 90, and with Adamant Nature, you can see how much that stab Stone Edge did to my Rotom. Even though my Rotom wasn't bulky in any way, it was just a standard Scarf one. So now I go into my weakness policy Golem, hoping that he would go for a Drain Punch or Earthquake, and yeah, because I have Sturdy, I know that I would definitely live a hit. And great, he goes for a Drain Punch, better than him going for an Earthquake, because Earthquake would have done 50 more, which would have done maybe like 20% more, which wouldn't have killed anyway. So yeah, Golem has major defenses anyway, so yeah, I get the weakness policy up. I'll get my +2 attack, special attack does not matter at all. He makes a right play, of course goes into his bulky Sandslash to to sponge my Earthquake, my +2 Earthquake, and just kill me off with its own Earthquake. So that's that, because I had to get rid of the Regirock, it was very difficult. So now I go into my Typhlosion and go for an Eruption rather than a Fire Blast, because Fire Blast is freaking inaccurate, and I know that Eruption would still do a pretty respectable amount. 64% times 150, how much is that? It's around 100 base power, so it's only slightly weaker than Fire Blast, and I had to make sure that I would kill off the Sandslash, otherwise if he Earthquaked me and killed me on my miss Fire Blast, I would have lost the game. So I just go for the safe Eruption. Now he goes into his Beheeyem, and I'm thinking that what if he predicts I switch into Malamar and goes for the Signal Beam, then that would be really bad if I switch into a Malamar, and I'm just thinking, yeah, may as well sack the Typhlosion so that I can bring my Malamar in safely the next turn and go for the Night Slash. So it turns out that he actually predicts my Malamar and goes for a Signal Beam and doesn't do that much to my Typhlosion, and I can just kill him off with another Eruption. And since I'm Specs, and I'm within the blaze range, which is under 33%. This eruption actually OHKOs a Dodrio from 32%. So 32% of eruption is actually only around base 50 power, and including stab, choice specs, and within the blaze range, it actually manages to OHKO a Dodrio. So I actually won the speed tie because Dodrio also has base 100 speed, which is the same as Typhlosion. Yeah, I confirmed it after asking him whether he was Jolly nature or adamant he was actually Jolly, so I actually won the speed tie. But even if I had not won the speed tie, it still wouldn't have mattered. But this is just showing how crazy powerful Specs Typhlosion is, and combined with Sticky Web, you can give it specs rather than the usual scarf that you see as well. So yeah, now he brings in his Lapras, and I just switch out to my Auroras to just take a hit. I didn't really need to make the switch. Should have probably let my Typhlosion die, but it didn't matter because I could just fire off my stab, my stab Choice Bandit Stone Edge to win me the game. So even though that was a 3-0, that was an extremely enjoyable battle, and you got to see the amazing power of Specs Eruption on the Typhlosion, for goodness sake. That OHKO, I did a calc, and the eruption would have done 90.4% to 106.4%. So it was only a 37.5 chance to OHKO. But even if I did not kill that Dodrio, he would have killed himself with Brave Bird, most likely. Even if he didn't, I would go into my Auroras to also take the Brave Bird. Or even if he went for return, it wouldn't have mattered because Aurora still resists it, and then I would have ended the game with 2 Stone Edges anyway. Hopefully, like, assuming that the Stone Edges do hit and don't miss. So that was an extremely enjoyable battle. I used this account to do testing on some new teams, and this was just a random new team that I made, and it seems to be working out fine at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. So hopefully you enjoyed this battle as much as I did. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next video.